Everybody, this is Beauty of Algebra. Today we're going to be focusing on a form of a linear equation called point-slope form. It's important to know that there's three different ways to write a linear equation. Today we're going to mainly be focusing on how to get from point-slope form and how to solve and to get slope-intercept form. So these are the two main forms we're going to be focusing on for today. The main goal is we're going to be starting with point-slope form, and we're going to be figuring out how to get slope-intercept form. There's a few pieces of information to keep in mind. I always circle for point-slope form, I always circle x1, m, and y1. These circle values represent the numbers that we're going to plug in. So we're going to plug in values for x1, y1, and m. M stands for your slope. The second step is we need to distribute and solve for y. So we're going to solve for the letter y to get the slope-intercept form. So this arrow right here is really step number 2. If you solve for y, you get the slope-intercept form. All right, so what these problems are going to look like, it's going to state, write the equation of the line that passes through the point and has the given slope. Write your final answer in slope-intercept form. So these problems are going to give you the point and a slope. And what I did over here is I put this point-slope form up in the top. Again, I'm going to circle y1, m, and x1. Your point is going to be the first thing we see right here. I'm going to label that as x1 and y1. And then the slope always represents m. So if we're following the point-slope form, we have y minus your y1 value of 1 equals your m value of 2 times x minus that 4. Notice that every number in this equation is the numbers that I circled here. Next step is if you want to get it into the slope-intercept form that we desire at the end, step number 2 is what we need to distribute and solve for y. So let's go ahead and let's distribute that 2 to get 2x minus 8 equals, or y minus 1 on the left. To get y by itself, you need to add 1 to both sides, making sure that you add it like terms. So this negative 8 plus 1 to get a negative 7. And we bring the 2x down. This equals y. So your slope-intercept form, your final answer is going to be y equals 2x minus 7. All right, let's take a look at another one of these problems. It's good to have a few examples. So if we take another look, here's the second one. This one's stating that write the equation of the line. It's the same thing again. We want to write in slope-intercept form. So again, I usually just start by circling y1, m, and x1. This is your x1, this is your y1, and then this time our slope is going to be a fraction. But still, it's the same method. Even if it's a fraction, it's going to be the same method. We have y minus y1 equals our slope of 1/2 times x minus x1. All right, let's go ahead and let's distribute and solve for y to get it into that slope-intercept form. All right, here we go. Let's say we distribute that 1/2. This time, since we're dealing with a fraction, though, I would say any number that doesn't have it's not a fraction, it's important to know that's really over 1. We just know, okay, 1/2 times x is 1/2 x. And when you're multiplying fractions, let's go ahead and let's multiply the numerators first. 1 times 6 to get 6, and then 2 times 1 to get 2 on the bottom. All right. And then we know that 6 divided by 2 will come out to give us 3. So I'm just going to write this again so we see. All that's really changing here is that 6 divided by 2 right here, that became, 3. We can add the 4 over now to get our slope-intercept form. So we get y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1. This would be our final answer for writing our answer in slope-intercept form. Y equals 1/2 x plus 1. Let's take a look at one more problem. Still the same instructions. So again, this is our y1, m, and x1. So we have x1, y1 here. Here's our m value. Y minus 24 equals our slope of -3 times x. And we have a double negative here, so we have minus a -6. I just want to focus on that double negative, minus a -6. That's really anytime it's two negatives in a row, negative times a negative will make a positive. So that's really like x plus 6. Same process, distribute the -3. So -3x, -3 times positive 6, you got to be careful there. -3 times positive 6 is -18, equals y minus 24. Last step is to add over that 24, and this is the home stretch. And you get y equals a -3x plus 6. All right, hopefully this video helped you out over point slope form, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you.